Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, we'd like to say call Alalium.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth with sincerity and truth. All right, waking up the true Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and our seed that's been scattered abroad that may look like the other nations. All right, shalom to them. All right, now we're just gonna get right into it.
Jeremiah 28:8.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we damn near start off every week. Jeremiah 28:8.
That's the one to start off.
That's right.
Only one way to prophesy,
Whoever got it. It's Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right, war, evil, and of pestilence. Evil, as we know, translates to bad times. What's the bad times that's coming? It's getting ready to be a famine. All right, I was pulling it up. There's $150 million worth of fruits and vegetables not coming into the country. They're not making it to your stores because the cartel got them halted over there in Mexico, man. Right now. This just happened yesterday, man. And so what happens is the cartel, they over there setting trucks and shit on fire. All right, these are your fruits and your vegetables, your avocados, your motherfucking tomatoes, all right, onions, all kind of shit, okay? And it's not making it into the country. So what's gonna happen after Easter, the price of these fruits and these vegetables is getting ready to go up even more than it's already been, all right? Somebody can grab Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 16. Maybe start at 15, maybe.
And that's on top of the chickens, because the aviator flew, or the fowl flew.
Right.
They got chickens and here's the shit. They got the chickens and here's the shit in quarantine in Europe, man. You know, which Esau's the Lord's sword. He's bringing his destruction down, even with using Esau to tear Esau apart.
That's right. Go ahead and bring that out. Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel 4:15. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cows dung.
No. Go to 16.
This verse Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care. And they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment.
Right, man. Hey, man, you had it good here in America, right? Hey, it was all you can eat. You know, you niggas start getting money, what do? You go buy a bunch of damn seafood boils. You know, you go to Sam's Club, get the fat bread. All right, 16 boxes of cornflakes. You know what I mean? Like all type of
Captain
madness,
Crunch.
man. Right?
Captain Crunch, that's the nigga.
A 50-pack of ramen noodles, man.
Bucket of Sprite.
Bucket of Sprite. Like America has been over. This is the home of overindulgence, man. Right. You know, but now what? Real soon, your fruits and veggies and everything else is about to become scarce, and the price of it is finna skyrocket. All right. I got the article. Hold on, one second. I got the article. Like the 14th, it says grocery stores. This is from Bloomberg. Produce worth millions gets stuck in blockade by Mexico truckers. They're trying to blame the Mexico truckers, right, because of a protest. But what? The cartel sees opportunity. So what? They blowing shit up. They snatching shit. All right. It says what? Grocery stores in some parts of the U.S. are expected to run out of certain perishable goods as soon as this weekend, because of a Mexican trucker blockade that has stranded millions of dollars of fresh produce.
Right.
It said roughly $150 million worth of fruits and vegetables are stalled out of the U.S.-Mexico border amid a protest over Texas governor controversial vehicle inspection program, whatever the fuck. It says impeding delivery of avocados, limes, tomatoes, cucumbers, and mangoes. All right, so all that good shit. I love guacamole. I love pico de gallo, man. All right, but what? Hey, 18th? Hey, it's gonna get more expensive on 18th, man. Shit, hey, we gotta shop with our brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
This second Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's just the times we're in, man. Like the brother said, the cartel saw his opportunity because what? That means there's money involved.
That's right.
Because the truckers really are going on strike. That's happening.
That's right.
All right, but if the cartel is ceasing, that means, well, they know they can't get it from them. They on strike. We can take hold and get more money for it.
That's
At
right.
the end of the day, what's going to happen? The storehouse is going to be empty.
That's
You know, somehow, as much as I hate these people, you know, I'll be friendly with these people. And even the lady at the health food store, she had one bottle of some pills in it, you know, some herbs in it. And she said that the distributor only sent up one because they're not producing like they usually do. They sent one fucking bottle. And that's on top of conversation to have with other grocery stores. I went and got this vegetable because of this.
Right.
It's not happening, man, because the Lord is shutting this place down, man.
The food, the drink. I went to the liquor store. They said they ain't got a bottle of this. They ain't got a bottle of that.
Oh yeah, when I was in Cleveland, they said they ran out of Hennessy in Cleveland. I don't even drink Hennessy.
No
Boom,
crime.
that's what
No,
I
none of
want.
that shit, bro.
Bro,
It's,
like,
Second
for real.
Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So, you know, starting with the elders, the apostles, on down, man, they've been speaking this word, and now we seeing those things come to pass, man.
Man, that's a good scripture. Faithful
And
and true.
it's beautiful, man.
Man, you gotta finish reading that. That scripture heavy, man. Go down to 5, baby. I was right there with you.
Con, it say verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
That's right.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine,
What?
death, famine,
What?
death, famine,
Death. Go
death
ahead.
and destruction, man.
Hey, and that's what we prophesying for, man. Famine, literal famine is about to hit. First is scarcity, which is famine, and then it's gonna be famine. Famine,
Right.
ain't nothing left.
Right, and the Lord said, speak in the words of my ears of prophecy, man. This word been going out for more than 30 years, more than 30
right.
plus years, that famine was coming, that death was coming, that the Lord was coming, man. And now we seeing those things, and you people are fucked for rejecting the word, man.
That's right.
Fuck, man.
That's right.
Read about the famine in Samaria, man. It's already in Kings, man.
That's right.
Well, and it's gonna be worse because what? Look at this population of people here, man.
Yeah.
All right, people are gonna. Shalom, brother.
Hey, look, right. Look at the minds of the people here. You know, people were more temperate back then. People were way more patient back then, and even they lost it.
Right. I'm gonna get it. The famine in Samaria. I got a quick one.
This is Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus says Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Yeah.
Behold, my servant shall drink,
Yeah.
but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So basically, man, hey, the men of the Lord is gonna be straight, man, in that time, man. That's right. And this time is coming soon. That's right. It said, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation. That's right. That's right.
God, I got the second Ezra.
Yeah, hold on to that.
God, this is 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a calf of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver.
Right, people were eating shit and paying good money for it. That's how bad the famine was, man. Go ahead. For that shit.
Verse 26. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the wine press? So it's gonna be, we're gonna run past people. Hey, man, please. Shit, what can we do? We're gonna pray that the Lord help and feed us during that time. Man. What can we do for a sinner? But let your ass suffer to death, because you had plenty enough time to do what? To repent.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Verse 28. And the king said on verse 27, and he said, if the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the wine press? And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today. So you people are gonna eat your children, you're gonna eat your own arms, all right? You're gonna eat other people, you're gonna eat dead corpses, all right? This all these things it says in 2nd Ezra is for the wicked, man. But us teaching the truth, man, our faith is in Yahweh Bashem Yashai. It says He's gonna allow us to eat, man.
Yeah, it said that your stuff gonna be laid up for the righteous.
Right.
That's right.
And we gonna come through, we gonna take y'all shit.
That's right.
And we gonna leave y'all with nothing, man. Lord willing.
Hey, you seen how dude was doing that nigga on platform?
Yeah,
And he did it because he liked him. He did it, so he could survive. When he tied the dude up, he cut a little piece off of him.
They made that nigga eat it.
And he was eating his damn
He
self,
made that
man.
nigga eat it, man.
That shit disgusting.
This 1 Timothy 6, and I'm gonna start at 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. So you can think you're a man of value here, all right? But guess what? The Lord don't trust in that, all right? It says riches make themselves wings.
That's right.
And when you type on your iPhone the word debt, you spell out D-E-B-T, a picture of a stack of US dollars wrapped up with wings on it pop up. That's debt. Don't trust in that, man. Yahweh Shai said a man should not live off bread alone. Wings on it.
Right.
This ain't this is the truth. It literally posted scriptures in your emojis, man.
Right. And your memes.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Yahweh Shai said, oh, those damn birds. Somebody hit there. Hey, Yahweh Shai said it. Don't worry about tomorrow. He said the birds don't gather, toil, or nothing, man. But they're looked after. How much more us, man? All right, we live off every word of the Most High. But I'm going to read the next verse. Furthermore, when we read the 2 Ezra 6:22, so suddenly shall the storehouses appear empty, right?
Right.
Let's see what the Lord said about his story. 1 Timothy 6 and 18. That they do good, that they be rich in good works, labor, that love, man, that charity. Come and preach it before the, hey, Yahweh Shai said it best. Peter, does thou love me? Feed my lambs, man. Ask 3 times, Peter, does thou love me? Feed my sheep. This the love right here's the charity. Hey, what's that? Hebrews 6? So like the Hebrews 6, the Lord is not unrighteous to get your labor of love.
That's right.
That's what he's doing, man. It's Saturday. And not only just that, man, on Friday night, you gotta practice. Friday night is usually folly night. You can't go too hard in the folly because Saturday, you know, I gotta do the work of the Lord, man.
Right.
Even that alone, hey, that's a sacrifice, brothers.
That's right, brother.
Because the love we have to our nation. Don't forget, the Lord is not unrighteous, man. You know, we beat ourselves up. We in the flesh, we sin, bro. But the Lord ain't unrighteous. We doing this work that counts. Let me read this before I get emotional. This 1 Timothy 6 and 18. That they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. So we talked about Esau's storehouses being made empty. They full, you know. We grew up in the city. Most of us don't know. There's some brothers that went through the whatever war, trained by their fathers. They know how to hunt. They excellent fishers. But you know, hunting and fishing comes with something called field dressing. Everybody don't got that skill, but we're gonna have to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says the wisdom was the bitter water made sweet. Moses, you know, learned that wisdom from the Lord. It wasn't Egyptians who just gave it to him. He knew the water's no good here. Chop this tree, put it there. Through the Spirit, we wasn't taught that. We know even the pine cones filter the water. When these times come, this wisdom is gonna, and it's paying off now. We know better than these dumb niggas, but it's gonna really pay. All right, Isaiah, what is that, 33:6? It says the fear of the Lord is a treasure. That word treasure means something stored up for future use. All this wisdom we've been gathering, even just the basic wisdom of fearing Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, loving the brothers, not taking his name in vain. That's going to pay you off. You ain't have to read in the fucking book. The Lord will come bring the wisdom down. When Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gave Moses commands how to build the temple, he said, it got to be built this exact way.
That's right.
He said, now go into them now, I'll put the Spirit on that know how to do it. How did they learn that? They didn't learn that in architect school. Right. The Lord said, I put my Spirit on them, they know how to measure this, cut this, carve that. He gave the blueprints to Moses. Right. How the hell they know? That's right. Because the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. That's
right.
Hey, and that's concrete. Somebody get Psalms 85 and 11. That's physical evidence of everything you just said about the Lord putting the Spirit on men. Physical evidence of it left behind to this day. They just found a city, a pyramid in the Amazon that's bigger than downtown Los Angeles, man. And the jungle covered it up. And so they started, you know, Esau always being the fella cutting and killing trees. They started excavating and found a whole city and a pyramid that was bigger than downtown Los Angeles. Wow. So who put the Spirit on them to build like that, to where it's still standing, it's not decaying, it's not falling apart, man? All right, the ways that the pyramid was built, man. All right, the Lord, just like Jacob is the you know, the form of all things. I mean, the most used technology in the history of mankind is used every day here in America and around the world. It's called GPS, right? Global position, right? And that was created by what? A Jake. There it is, man. So the Lord put the Spirit on them. But bring that scripture out real quick. That Psalms real quick.
The book of Psalms 85 verse 10. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
Right, and that truth springing out of the earth is a relic. So he brought out an excellent scripture, made an excellent point, but the Lord left actual relics that are still standing to this day to prove that. All right? Because there wasn't no school for them to go and measure and cut and hew that stone. They say some of those stones that are on the pyramids are like 10 and 15 tons, man.
I got a question.
How the hell did they do that, man? The Lord showed them. It was through skilled mathematics and the Spirit of the Lord, man.
It's that same effort they used to build the pyramids in Egypt. That same effort.
The same thing.
The mounds, the Seminole Indians built the mounds. So Jake is a very architectural people. When the Lord put a Spirit on them too, that's why they build everything. The vehicles these people drive, Jake invented and built all that, man. All the construct of it, man. But so Jake, the Lord's gonna, Lord willing, you know, give us a skill to make it through whatever's coming, man.
And it's coming fast.
Right.
This Job 32 and 8. It says, but there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
That's right.
So that's just going to what the elder said, how it's physical evidence of the Lord putting the Spirit, you know, on the men to do it.
Yeah, man. Hey, the Lord is getting ready to bless. It's going to be an increase of the Spirit. All right. As the things on the left hand kick up, the things on the right hand gonna kick up, man. All right. And that Spirit is coming out, man. And hey, like the brothers are getting into. Hey, brothers, you're gonna know how to do certain things when you need to know how to do them, man. You know, hey, we just gotta trust in Yahweh Shem Yahshai. The scripture say, happy is the man whose hope is in the Lord, man. All right, go ahead and bring that out. This is just to, you know, land back off the scriptures that were just coming out. Go ahead.
I'm gonna start at 19. This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 19. O Lord, hear, O Lord, forgive, O Lord, hearken and do. Defer not for thine own sake, O my power, for thy city and thy people are called by thy name. And whilst I was speaking and praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people Israel, and presenting my supplication before the Lord, my power, for the holy mountain of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Yeah, whilst I was speaking in prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I have seen in a vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening oblation, and he informed me and talked with me and said, "Oh Daniel, I am now come forth to give thee skill and understanding."
Hey, this was skill and understanding in the prophecy, right? So what, man? The Lord is going to send his angels to give us skill and understanding in everything. All right, the Holy Spirit is going to minister unto us on a completely different level, man. That upgrade is coming, man. All right.
It's funny you should say that, because yesterday I walked in on a conversation with some Issacharite women talking, and they was talking about getting their minds ready to be one of many wives. That was their conversation. I'm like, damn. So I know. Yes, I heard the one tell her sister, "No, you got to get your mind ready, because your man gonna have a whole bunch of other women.
That's
You're gonna have other wives too."
That's right.
And I ain't one. I was going to stay back.
That was a great fly on the wall situation, man.
You know. So hey, so you can't tell me that the Spirit of the Lord ain't working, man.
That's right.
You know, for her to open her mouth to say that to her sisters, man.
That's right. And the scriptures say, matter of fact, somebody read it, Isaiah 32, the vintage is failing, man.
Yeah.
All right? Like what we opened up camp with, $150 million worth of fruits and vegetables is not making it into the country. All right? It's stuck in Mexico, man. They said by Easter, you're getting ready to see shelves get more empty and prices go up.
Yep, I just heard it. Yeah, within 3 weeks or less, man. Shit could possibly hit the fan. Okay? Because they already starting to kill chickens, man, by the millions.
That's right.
They killing chickens. They killing them, man. They killing these animals they're not killing these animals because they sick. Don't believe that bullshit. They killing these animals because they want this to come, man.
That's right.
Just like the way they killed all them sheep and them goats the last go around when COVID first hit.
Because they was telling the farmers to burn all your crops.
Yeah.
They was telling them, they was giving out orders, you better burn all your crops, or we gonna come seize it.
And they was paying them
Destroy
for
your
it.
milk.
Yeah, they was paying them too.
Right.
They was paying them off.
So this famine is being brought, man. The same way they pay crisis actors to get on TV and fabricate, events that put it on TV for weeks and weeks at a time, basically to distract, man.
Right.
Because this is what this man does, man. He's waving his right hand, but he's robbing you with the left.
Right.
Wow.
He all in your purse. But he constantly waving his hand, and while everybody looking at it, he robbing you blind, man.
That's right.
Because it was on TV, this one dude, he's supposed to be dead, and he moving, trying to put the cover on himself. He trying to put the cover on himself, but he's supposed to be dead.
It's supposed to be a whole bunch of bodies. No, he must have got
He's supposed to
unconscious.
be dead,
There's
right?
supposed to be in body bags.
Right.
And he unzipped his body bag and raised up like to get some milk. Like shit. How much longer we? Oh shit, y'all rolling.
Let's go. We live right now. We live right now. Huh?
Yeah, he
Wow,
right.
shit.
All of a
And
sudden
the
you see a
lady
dude.
came.
Yeah, you see a dude come out the body bag. Right,
And the
like
lady came like, he's supposed to be dead.
Like shit.
He tried to cover him up.
See, that's what you niggas believe in, man.
Is there no wisdom in TV?
The wisdom is gone,
Y'all
man.
niggas through, man.
The wisdom is gone, man.
And they just showed you that in movies, man. You know, there was a movie that came out with Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe called Body of Lies. And that's exactly what it was. All you saw was these government agencies operating crookedly and letting people die brutally. Just to, and like they'll use a guy to get information against the organization that they know that torture and kill not only you but your whole family. And so so who wants to talk against some organization like that, knowing what they can do and the power that they have? Exactly. So people, get comfortable with keeping their mouth shut and turning their head the other way. I ain't seen nothing. I don't know nothing.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
So they grab up these men or these women in these foreign countries, and then and threaten them and scare the hell out of them, and so they start collecting up information for them, and then they leave these people out to dry, man, and they end up dead. And that happened a lot in that movie. But the main thing that stands out in that movie was that they wanted to make a guy look like an architect. This guy, because he was a Muslim, he was a deep devout Muslim, all right? What they did was they made him look like he was a big time terrorist leader, all right? And they used his architectural, he's thinking he getting all these great deals and business deals. He flying all over the place. I'm working with the Americans and the Saudis. He doing all this shit for himself, for his family, thinking and all the time he's being used by this alphabet organization out of America. All right? So all of a sudden, this bomb goes off and the explosions and all this shit, and he's inside of a meeting, and everybody's looking at him, and he's like, why y'all looking at me? Then he look at the screen, and they got his face all over the screen, like he was the ringleader of this shit, and he like, what the fuck? He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
I'm like, and what they did was to show you how much the better the devil is. He went and got a whole bunch of bodies out of the morgue and put the bodies in the explosion, so real bodies got blown up. So that's what people always say, well, people really died. Them people could have already been dead. They showed you the game plan. They went and got bodies out of a morgue in some low-level small country that'll take the money, and they flew these bodies over, and they blew up a bunch of people that was already dead, and made it look like it was this big terrorist thing. And so then they were claiming that he did it. So the real terrorists like, who this motherfucker? So they reaching out to him, and he like, I'm just an architect. Ah, so you architect, you fit the whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
So you one of us? No, I'm not one of you. And they end
I gotta
up,
see that.
killing
That
this man,
sound
his
lit.
whole fucking family, man. All right. So, and and my man's just like, man, you burned my guy. But that goes to show you, you cannot trust. Get that. Never trust thine enemy, man. You cannot trust these people, man.
What's the name of that movie?
It's called Body of Lies, man.
Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Though he humbled himself, he came to him with a business deal. They gave him real money, real checks. He thinking he doing it.
Right.
You know? I done came up. Right, baby, put on the red panties tonight. We go.
Red panty night.
Right.
We in there.
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
And it has not been altogether wiped away, man. This man, you can't wipe away his filth, man.
No.
This man is dirty. He's filthy with sin, and he's conniving, man.
And the biggest proof of that is he still got us in his hand. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
right.
Just like the Elder Malcolm was saying earlier with the analogy, how he had the hand in the purse and the other one waving at you. He got his hand on Jake, man. He been oppressing us forever, man. And the scriptures say, let him know that he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. So that alone is why this man has to be totally eviscerated. Minus the other, look at the other shit. I mean, it ain't nothing this man has did not to be destroyed.
Brother, I saw a little video where the dude said, "The hell wrong with this cat?"
Everything.
What a dude said, tell me one thing that you can say to white Christian liberals that will make them mad. And so then when he said it, they showed the face of this pretty little Iscarite chick. And the young lady says that white Christian love is not love at all. White Christian love is the most dangerous thing the world has ever seen.
That's right.
Right Christian love, there's no hate that's greater than the love of white Christians. I was like, it was powerful, it was epic, man. That's what she said. There is no greater hate than the hate of white liberal Christians. Because in the name of Christianity, look, hey man, there is no intersection, no crossroad, no intersection on the planet of the earth where Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has crossed paths with any other melanated people on the planet where it was not death, rape, robbery, murder, and disease given and all their belongings and resources taken.
That's right.
Name one. No matter where in the world, no matter what time period, there is no place where there's a crossroad between the so-called white men, all right, or white people in general, so-called, all right, with any, not only the Israelites, but any melanated people, all right, where they didn't rape, rob, kill, murder, and take their land and their resources, man. Right. And probably about 99% of the time, they came in the name of love and Christianity.
Yeah.
So when that young lady said, there's no more dangerous love than the love of white Christians, right? She spoke 144% truth.
I got a precept. This is Sirach 25:15. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. There is no hatred like the hatred of white Christians, man. There is no wrath.
You remember? No, I was gonna say. You remember that article? It was about 3 years ago. They went over there to one of them little countries, the missionary.
No, she said there's no hatred like the love of white Christian extremists. Because that's what I'm calling them now. Right. They white Christian extremists, man.
They are.
That's exactly what they are.
That's what they are.
So we're fighting against white Christian extremism, man.
That's right.
All right.
Let me grab this quick precept. It goes back to what they said. This is Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
They're drawing swords.
So the Christians, this is what they do. This is their MO. Like the elder just said, everywhere they go, they pretend that they're there for your good, but in their hearts, they like, we about to kill, take everything y'all got. Y'all have no clue on what we're about to do to y'all. And this is what they've been doing throughout the whole world.
Right? There's even a relic of it that was left behind, a parchment, where Christopher Columbus, aka Cristobal Colon, said it. When he talked about how this multitude of these people, they were handsome and attractive and muscular and fit and kind and giving and very subtle, passionate people. All right. And then he turned around and said, with 50 armed men, we could take the whole damn place. And what he meant by 50 armed men wearing armor with swords, all right, because they didn't have weapons that could go against that armor like that. One armored soldier could probably kill 10 men trying to fight him, because as they trying to strike him to take him down, his armor is keeping him alive as he just keeps killing them. And that's what he meant when he said that, man.
That's right. He proved it, man.
You know, what chance does a bowl of fruit have against a sharp butcher knife?
Exactly. None. Exactly.
Right. They're gonna get chopped up and devoured. They have no chance, man. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
This Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 13 and verse 3. The rich man have done wrong, and yet he threatened withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also.
And that's us, man. Hey, Esau's the rich man. He fucking up the earth, continues to fuck up the earth, and says what? You know, here it is. We're the poor. We rebuke him, and what? We gotta watch how we speak.
Right.
You know, that's crazy. Voltaire had the quote. I forgot the quote.
I know the quote. It says, you know who not to speak against. You know who rules your society when you know who you will get punished for speaking against.
Yeah.
That's right.
And yeah, right. And
So speak on the alphabet, boys.
and those are the same, especially the people that will label you an anti-Sem.
Exactly.
Right.
Speak on the Matzah.
Those are the main ones, man. Them anti-Sem people.
Yep.
All right. You point out there any facts and any you present any evidence that proves that they're the damn devil. You're an anti-Sem.
Right.
It's like, but hold on. The image is showing you committing the murder. Yeah, but you're an anti-Sem.
Right.
But at the same time, them same
Fuck
people.
your evidence. You're an anti-Sem.
Right. Them same people,
It's like,
if
what?
they in the definition of what they try to make that to be, they would be that. Because what is Ishmael?
Exactly.
All right. What is Elam? What are we?
Exactly.
What are we?
If you want to really get into that, you the biggest anti-Sem on the planet.
This is insane.
Man, this
is insane, man.
This shit is just over with, man. That's why the scriptures say in the book of Obadiah, how are the things that Esau sought out?
Right.
Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. That's why the scriptures say that our weapons of warfare are not carnal, but mighty in Yahweh for the pulling down the strongholds. These things that we've been revealed, just going back to how we was talking about the power gonna heighten and the Holy Spirit gonna heighten. These dudes don't think like this, man. They don't see what's going on, man. And that alone should show you that the Lord is heavily dealing with the brothers, starting with the apostles and the elders on down.
Right. Back in Sirach, verse 4. If thou be his prophet, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou?
Hey, man. He does that every election.
Oh yeah.
Come through smiling. What do y'all need? We need
You don't vote
jobs.
for me, you ain't black.
Right. He does it every time. Smiles, man. Yeah. You niggas be Democratic like a motherfucker.
And dumbass Americans fall for the same bullshit
Every
over
time.
and over again.
Especially you niggas right here, man. You the ones, you motherfuckers right here, hook, line, and sinker, man.
You would think, you know what's that saying, fool me once, shame on me?
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on you? Well, damn.
That was Jake.
They fool you over and over. How you gonna laugh at the same joke over and over again, man? Gets to the point where it ain't funny no more.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it might be funny as hell the first 5-6 times you hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it's like, Come on, man. Gotta get some new material, bro.
Right, come with something different.
Right.
Right.
You know, when you starting to say the punchlines before they even finish, you know, you need some new material, man. But you know, but you niggas is like them that damn wind up monkey.
Right.
Y'all wind you up and y'all clapping for these damn heathens, man.
For real.
You know?
For real, man.
Banging your cymbals together.
Oh, that was it on that bond?
2 more verses.
Verse 7. And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. Jollity. You know, hey man, you niggas, you
Playing games.
what they say, supposedly, the SBA grants came back. The small business loan things, the PPP shit. Supposedly they opened that back up.
Yeah, matter of fact, they talking about debt forgiveness. They talking about debt forgiveness for the people with the college shit. They're not doing that for the people who been old child support though. But right, because those two fall in the same category of debts that you can't get away from no matter what.
Facts.
But who's the most of the people who have college loans? Edomites and women. All right, Edomites and women are the most people who have all their college debt because they went to these school systems and got these useless pieces of paper where they couldn't, because they have videos where Edomites and heathens were burning their college degrees.
Right.
Right.
And
that's how bad it got out here. They were so angry, they were burning their college degrees. All right?
Useless.
But you know what? It just like all them heathens was burning that money a couple weeks ago, man.
Right.
All right? All that's going to take effect over here, man.
Facts.
So it's some major things that are headed this way pretty fast.
Facts.
And things that I thought were going to happen at the end of the summer look like they're going to happen before the summer even starts, man.
Lord's will.
Right? And that's the way Yahweh Ratazah, that's what it looks like. I was expecting a lot of these things to happen after the 4th. Because I know the 4th is the next big money holiday.
Yeah.
Easter used to be, but since the churches are so empty, they not, the truth.
Right.
But so that we doing a great work, man.
That's right.
That's right.
We're doing a great work
right.
because of the efforts of the men of the Lord, man.
That's right.
These people are emptying out these churches, and these churches are suffering big time, man.
right.
As a matter of fact, I saw a video where this Jake was speaking. I'm probably going to do a response to it. It was a short TikTok video. And the Jake said he read in a report that over the last 10 years, and I don't know when that 10-year period stopped, but so this is sometimes in the past, all right? And believe me, it ain't happening now. But he talked about a period of time when the churches, and this was just the Jake church. And Salaki, let me even shrink that down. This was just churches in Judah's communities. So we're not even talking about Northern Kingdom churches in their hoods. We're talking about Judah's communities, man. He said that the black churches brought in a 10-year period, $800 billion.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, and then his next question was, where the fucking money at? Where are the community centers? Where are the gyms and the YMCAs? Why we don't got our own schools and colleges? Why don't we have our own apartment complexes for affordable living with $800 billion?
So like $800 billion tax-free dollars.
Oh, yeah.
You got your 501c3. Tax-free dollars. That's it. Just want to put that in
So
there.
there it is, man. And my man, he said, hey, vocab, where the money at, yo?
Where the money at?
Where the money at?
Don't ask, no question. Say why the preacher got a new car. Then you ladies in the audience, if you're feeling hot.
Right, you're feeling
Hey, you niggas a monkey show, man. That's why somebody get Jeremiah 5 and 29 real quick and read down. You niggas are like what it says in Isaiah, I think it's Isaiah, dumb dogs that can't
Preacher
bark,
got a
man.
new car. His wife got a new car.
Right.
His wife got a new mink.
You gotta watch the nigga.
Old ass woman got 20-year-old boobs.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about the one nigga. That nigga say, "Give me money now." He said, bought my son a horse called a Big Timer. He said, yeah, this nigga said, I just roll down the window in that Rolls Royce. I don't even get out the car, I just go right to the ATM.
Damn, he bought a horse with church money.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
he's out the road. He's talking to him like,
people are starving,
man,
losing their apartments, their houses, their homes, and he bought his son. You know how much money it costs to take care of a horse properly, just one?
He said I got a dog. 13,000. Yeah, $13,000.
Two languages.
No, he said like 4.
Oh, shit.
I mean that fucking dog barks, man.
Brian, bro.
Get that Jeremiah, man.
Well, but he's
Right, it's Brian.
He said, "That's your broke ass up."
Oh yeah, the nigga woman, yeah. He felt why he felt the envelope, the thick one. He said, I received it. The nigga said, I received it.
Niggas, man.
Get that Jeremiah, brother. Why you ain't get it?
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 5:29.
Man.
Shall I not visit for those things, saith the Lord Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means.
That's the only thing y'all doing. $800 billion, man.
1 Timothy 6:5.
John, go ahead, read more.
And my people love to have it so. And what will they do? And what will ye do in the end thereof?
Exactly. So the Lord coming back to judge you for this stupid shit.
God, right? What your Miss Parker ass?
Miss Paul, right. 20, twin.
Right.
Wicked ass nigga.
He said 1 Timothy 6:5.
I got it.
It's 1 Timothy 6:5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth.
No Isaiah 8:20 at all.
No.
Right.
Right? Color don't matter. Color ain't in the Bible. You a pastor? Go ahead.
It says, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself.
Right, color don't matter, brother. Look at my car. You know? Only color that matter is the color of my car.
That color green.
And that color green. Ain't no other color that matter. You know?
$13,000.
Yeah, especially a damn nigga preacher that got a couple white folks in this flock as well. He know he done came up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. That's right.
Yeah, so they think that, that gain is godliness, man. And guess what? The majority of our people, especially our women, think that too.
Yep.
Facts.
They think that too, man.
Yep. They definitely think.
Because they will compromise themselves, over money. They will leave a good man that has good intentions, all right, to be with a no good ass nigga. That's because he got a nice apartment, a nice condo, and a car.
And that's why I don't have no problem
And
breaking
nigga
on.
treat her like shit. Right? Other dude, he was doing the shit for her that she should have been doing for him. He cooking for her, taking care of her, but all she could think about is riding around in the Corvette, and sitting in the hot tub, right? And then not only that, this other dude who's taking care of you were his everything. But that nigga that don't want you just one of his many bitches.
That's right.
Chasing that bag.
You trying to get over there, he trying to tell you can't come tonight because it ain't your turn.
That's right.
Beautiful.
I like that guy.
It's like, yeah, baby, well, you can't come tonight.
I
though.
like that guy.
You know?
Cause either you gonna get her or she gonna get you, man. That's why I don't have no problem breaking on her, man.
That's right.
You either gonna be one part of the story, man.
That's right.
Fuck all that, man. And I'm down with Genesis 3:16
All day.
all day.
All day. And that's what these women is on, man. For the most part, they believe the gain is godliness, and the majority of them will do that and have done it, man. All right,
My nigga. Volume J.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Rise ye up. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Hey, right, man. Hey, right back on that ass. Why? Everything we said was coming. All right, great famine.
Yep.
All right, perilous times are coming. Go ahead.
Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
Hey, while you out here trying to, like the elder was saying, chasing the bag, like Fresh and Trick say,
80% of the women are chasing the same 10, 20% of men.
Yep.
All right? Tricking off. Go ahead.
It says, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech.
Uh-huh.
Many days and years shall ye be troubled.
Uh-huh.
Ye careless women.
Uh-huh.
For the vengeance shall fail,
Hey,
the gathering shall not come.
Hey, so your economy is failing. Your way of life is failing. All right? Your everyday way of life is getting ready to change very drastically in the very near future, man.
Let me jump in there.
Please.
It's not failing, it's falling.
That's right.
All right, it's literally falling, and you can't hold it up.
That's right.
Matter of fact, it's that old Edomite bit from the commercials.
Yeah, I'm falling and I can't get it up.
Bitch can't get up.
Yep.
Right? And she calling for help into the little thing.
Lifeline.
And you know what? Pretty soon, the person on the end ain't gonna answer.
Right.
I mean, I'm falling and I can't get up,
Right.
and it's gonna come back. You on your own, bitch. You know?
Gotta go.
Right.
You on your own. Because ain't nobody coming, man. All right?
Ain't nobody
You
come
know,
to save
it's
you.
going to come down to, hey, you're going to have to depend on the Lord, tell your real story, man. All right? So, I mean, most of the brothers in my camp know about this, but some people out there listeners don't, man. But what was that, about 6 Passovers ago? That was about 6 Passovers back when I went out to Passover in Colorado. And we went and dropped, Elder Yakia off so he could fly out to New York and do the Passover in New York with the elders. All right, and then we were on our way back, and then there's a high mountain range in between Colorado Springs and Denver. They're only about 45, 50 minutes apart. All right, but you go up because Colorado Springs is actually higher elevation than Denver. That's why they got the Olympic Center in Colorado Springs, man. All right, because a lot of pro athletes make their way out there to go train in that elevation, man. But we got caught in a freak storm that came out, and we're talking about snow that was like 3 feet high, man. And a lot of people died that night, man. Okay, a lot of people died, and there was absolutely nothing we could do about it. Nothing we could do. We got caught in that storm, and he, my son knew all the back roads because he used to work for Federal Express. So he's trying to everywhere we went, man. It just got worse, and it just got worse, man. All right, but you know how we got out of that? How about Shana was shot, man. All right, because there wasn't no plan, nothing we could do, man. So all I did was pray, man. Because it got to the point where the car was stuck, we was ran off the road, and we was facing freezing to death, man. And the Lord sent us help, got us out of there, man.
That's right.
And in the story, there's a lot of things that happen in between there, but it's all about depending on your how about Shana was shot, man. And I think that happened, for that reason, to build them up and build up their faith, man. Right? Because their faith got built up, because that literally was a miracle. How we got out of there, man. And the crazy thing is the Lord sent our enemy to save us.
Proverbs 16:7. Hold on 1 second.
Sent our enemy who was weary about letting us get in the truck. All right, and then by the time so it went from getting that big ass gigantic monster truck to get us out of there, because her vehicle had no problem going through all that snow when everybody else was stuck, and she was plowing right through it, man. Mm-hmm. So by the time that it was over, man, it went from this broad scared of us being in the truck to this broad trying to take us all the way home. Right. Matter of fact, this broad tried to take me home.
Right.
And by the time it was over,
right.
And her name is Becky too, or Betsy. Her name was Betsy.
Come on, man.
You can't make this shit up, man.
No, a black woman
Right?
wouldn't
Because
have did that.
she owned one of them gigantic mansions out in the Black Forest. When my daughter told me that the people in Colorado Springs and Denver have been going in the Black Forest, robbing the rich people in Black Forest. They've been driving in the Black Forest with big ass trucks, emptying our houses and shit, man.
That's Yapa.
Yes, sir.
Doing home invasions and shit.
That's your pop.
All right, but yeah, this little broad lived in Black Forest. So you go ahead and Google that, look it up. All you're gonna see is homes for millions and millions of dollars.
She would have really been in the Black Forest,
right?
With Murphy.
Yeah, but that by the time it was over, man, the broad was telling me, I'm recently divorced, and I'm at home alone, and you can come anytime. I'm like, damn.
I got a precept, man, and this is Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Right? Because she professed herself a Christian. All right? And we all have Bibles. So the Bibles came out, and you know, and it was on. And she was just driving like,
Right.
I never knew this.
Right.
Oh my God, I never knew this.
Sit it off the thing.
You know?
It's so black.
Because, you know, hey, when the Lord is with you, man.
It's a powerful thing, man.
We literally, we went from literally about to freeze to death to comfy and cozy in that gigantic, you know, Cadillac Escalade or whatever the hell that gigantic ass 4-wheel drive vehicle.
That's right. That's right.
Wow,
I got one.
Man, we're finna be straight, man. Go ahead.
The second Ezra's chapter. Hold on, no, that's a lot. Oh yes. The second Ezra's 2 and 27.
My nigga. Go ahead.
Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Ooh, read that again, bro. Read that again, bro.
It's the book of second Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful. But thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right, the day of trouble and heaviness is coming. What's coming? Jacob's trouble. All right, and that's going to be some heavy shit. These people getting ready to weep and be sorrowful. The masses.
And the only way out of it is Yahweh Bashem Abishai.
That's right.
And I don't care how prepared you are. How many pistols and ARs and AKs, how much beans and rice you can stack to the ceiling, how much water. All right? You know, it don't matter, man. If the Lord ain't with you, that's all for somebody else.
Right.
Right.
That's right. The Lord told the disciples. He said, don't take food, water, raiment, purse. He said, just go. You know, the workman is worthy of his meat. And we are out here working, man. We're on the job. We clocked in, man. Boots on the ground.
That's right.
All right? So what, man? Hey, when that day comes, shit, we put up something good against the day of necessity.
That's right.
As it says in the book of Tobit.
And the men of the Lord, you know, especially the men of the great millstone. All right? Is that a Boss 302?
I don't know what
that's a Boss 302.
That motherfucker.
That's what that is.
Yeah, he gonna get that up. All right,
he gonna be trying to eat that.
Right.
Yeah, because that's a remake of a class. I think the Boss 302 came out in 1969 was the first one. Yeah, it was called the Boss 302 for a reason. Then they had a Boss 429 too. But and that's what, you know, because it's such a small car, that big ass engine, man. That's what makes it so powerful. The engine is like an engine in a big ass car in a very small car.
Shit.
That's what makes them so, you know.
Sell that motherfucker for a slice of bread.
Right. Exactly.
Somebody gonna get him. You know, somebody gonna end up taking this shit, man. Hey, that's what they've been doing in Chicago, man, with the SRTs. SRT stands for Street Racing Technology. And the team that collaborated to create SRTs, they're not creating them anymore. That's why there's such a high demand for those engines, man. So what Jake owns?
Second time that happened. That happened in the 90s with the Cyclones. You remember those Cyclones, right? You know, that damn Cyclone, they still ain't made nothing like that Cyclone. That Cyclone came out of the factory 205 miles per hour top speed. It was outrunning the CHP. That was in the mid 90s, like 95, 96. When that Cyclone came out, they weren't fucking around. And then Cyclone was a pickup truck. And so they would load the back up with drugs and they would shoot drugs back and forth from LA to Oakland, back and forth to or San Francisco, back and forth, and they were outrunning the CHP. They came right out of the factory. You ain't done nothing to them. 205 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. And it still ain't been nothing like it since, man. All-wheel drive, so all the wheels were spinning on that bitch.
Cyclone.
Yeah, it was called a Cyclone.
Ain't enough rain filters for that. That's insane.
But look, man, like you said, that ain't gonna help him, man. All right, because he ain't gonna be able to load it up with food and water and outrun judgment, man.
That's right.
His judgment is coming, man.
Right.
Like that video with the Canadian prepper.
Oh yeah.
Gotta-
His videos be hot too, man.
Huh.
You know, if you're not, subscribe to the Canadian Prepper, man. His videos be good. He get good information, man. You know, he done befriended all them military people, and he was ex-military himself. You know, so the whole prepping world is feeding them information, and he feeds it back to the people, man.
And that last one, he was talking about how because they're food preppers. So he said when his people was running low, that's a red flag, for everybody else in the world.
Yeah, because what he said was the people who make the prep food, the emergency food, not like a person who teaches you how to prep, but the people who make the dry freeze food. Because what they do out of that prep food is they put it through a machine and it sucks all the moisture out of it and then wraps it in plastic tight, so that it's storable and it's storable for years.
Right.
These people don't have the supplies to make that. So that's a big, huge red flag. So the people who make the survival food don't have the equipment or the food to make the survival food. So anyone who don't have those survival kits, you're just not gonna have them. Exactly. Right? Because one thing is that the governments, the U.S. government, the Swedish government, all these big governments have been hoarding up and buying all that shit. All right? And so, meanwhile, they're telling you everything's gonna be all right and telling you about, this pandemic and that pandemic and this shot and that shot and we're gonna rebuild this and that. Meanwhile, while they waving at you, they left hand is stacking all right, because they know. These billionaires, these millionaires and multi-billionaires. You got to remember, man. What was that, like 3 years ago when all the CEOs started quitting all at the same time? Like right before COVID hit.
Yeah.
Right before COVID hit, all these CEOs quit, took all they severance and their money, and they all jetted, and most of them left the country, man.
Yeah.
All right, including Jamie Dimon. You think Jamie Dimon is not? He's still here in America, but if you think that he don't have a setup over in Sweden, you out of your damn mind, man. You think he don't have a contingency plan to get his wife and them 3 fine-ass daughters out of here? Because he's got some gorgeous daughters, man.
And investors too. If investors pull out,
there it is, man. So you don't think he got a contingency plan to do that? Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be shocked if and he don't really have to come into the office. He Jamie fucking Dimon.
Right.
You're right. He can just get, put on a suit and tie, still be in his drawers. Tap a laptop, from Greece somewhere, and go into the meeting from right there. He ain't gonna be here when all this shit go down. And so most of them people are over there in those bunkers, all prepared and cozy, already, and you know what? And the Lord gonna preserve them, because why? Because the Lord promised that they will be the first fruits of slavery. Right. So they're gonna survive this, but they're gonna leave y'all. They're gonna leave the citizens. They hanging y'all out to dry, man.
That's right.
These people do not care about you, man.
It's going down, man.
All right, so we close to something major going down, and I can't wait.
That's right.
You know how the dog starts salivating when he see you pouring the food?
Yeah.
When you putting the food down, he starts slobbing and shit.
Right.
His tail wagging.
Right.
This
is Psalms 146 and verse 5. Happy is he that hath the Most High of Jacob for his help.
That's right.
Whose hope is in the Lord Yahweh, his power.
That's right.
So, hey man, the Lord is only, especially, the Lord is only dealing with the elect.
That's right.
That's why we're hope. We out here working, man.
We ain't got no plan B. It ain't no plan B, man. Plan B is death.
That's right.
All right. Plan B is, well, I'm just waiting. You know what? If I gotta die in this service, let me just wake up in the kingdom.
Right.
Or let me wake up when the sword starts swinging at you know who.
That's right.
You know.
A lot of y'all gonna be dealing with them niggas out in the world, yo.
Right. Them damn niggas and what? And there was the chick, Mama. What's the crazy bitch name? That was wearing people's faces.
Oh yes.
That bitch. Y'all gonna be dealing with them, man. Them niggas in the wear your face, bitch.
Buffalo Bill.
You know.
God,
you know that's some sick people, man. When they kill you, skin you, and wear your face.
Right. Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, Chainsaw Massacre. That new one out is pretty good too.
That new one is off the chain, man.
It's entertaining in the
It's entertaining to watch all the heathens in the 2/3 get eviscerated.
Yeah.
Right.
By this spirit that was created for vengeance.
Yeah, right. And that dude is bugged out, man. They showed you in the movie. They didn't spare none of the graphic detail in that movie.
Oh my.
All right, man. When he bashed your skull in,
Bitches got it too.
your shit got bashed in. Bitches got it too. Hey, cut up, beat, all right, mutilated. They showed you that shit. They're desensitizing people, man.
Yeah.
What? They getting you ready.
Yeah, the
for what's
Purge
happening,
movies.
man. Yep.
Matter of fact, I bought the set finally because I was trying to find them all individually, and then I finally found it. That they had, and it was only for $17 too, at Walmart. They had all 5 movies, you know, all the Purge movies, man. And that last one was the extra graphic, man.
I gotta check that one
It's
out.
good. It's good to watch those, man. You know, so we can get.
Because that's gonna be reality, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then I watched that number 2, and no, number 3. There's so much of what's happening now in number 3, man. You know, and then what they did after number 3, they went back to the first one. They went they went back to the beginning, and it all started with Jake on Staten Island, man.
That's the last one I said.
Right? Then the one after that was the Forever Purge.
See, I ain't see that.
So basically, you know, the sirens go off, everybody think it's over, and they go back to work. And then when White Green Crackers was like, nah, nigga, it's still on.
Right.
Right. It went right. It was still on. And it just goes to show you that how divided the country is, and how these Edomites are ready to raise up and cleanse, purge America of everything that don't look like them. That's what they want. That's what they want, man. So it was the forever purge, and the goal was to get rid of, basically to exterminate Jake and anybody else that wasn't an Edomite.
Exactly.
That's what the forever purge was about, man. So it turned into a straight race war.
Exactly.
You remember
That's
that movie
what the
Platform
yeah.
that you showed us? That's another scenario.
It turned into a straight race war, man. So it wasn't about that. It was, and to show you just how, like that woman said, and they're all professing to be the hell. The SS, that's a crooked cross. Like she said, there's no more the most dangerous love is Christian extremist love. All right? That's the most dangerous. There's no greater hate than the love of a Christian extremist, man. And you had Issacharites that were trying to make it to the border, all right? Because Mexico had opened up its border, and Canada had opened up its border for a certain period of time because it got so crazy. Because the purge was supposed to be over, but it wasn't. So you had the NFA troops fighting against the forever purges, fighting against the citizens who were just trying to survive. It was just an uncontrolled free fall. And so but just to go to show you how hateful Esau is, these Issacharites are not trying to fight, just trying to make it back down to where they came from, and they trying to kill them all anyway. It's like, but we leaving, that's what you want. Nah, we still want to kill you anyway.
Yeah.
So they just the devil, man. You can't make them happy. They said, because they always telling you, get out our home, get out our land. They said, okay, fuck it, you can have it, we're leaving. But we're killing you anyway. It's like, well, damn, nigga, what the fuck? You asked us to leave, we leaving. Now we getting shot in the back as we leaving?
Got a precept for that?
Fucking devil.
Proverbs 12:10 says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Huh?
You know, it says when he throws you in the pit, he says he's not even satisfied with blood.
Right. There is no wrath above the wrath of his enemy, man.
Yeah, no wrath above the wrath of the Christian extremists.
And verse 18.
All right, an American patriot Christian extremist. That is the worst, outside of maybe a Ukrainian Nazi Christian extremist.
Right.
Outside of them, but that's probably the most. Yeah, I would say the American though, because you know, outside of World War II, you know that was one thing, and that was just Edomite on Edomite, violence.
Yeah.
But these American Christian extremists have gone to other people's lands for since their conception, man.
Right.
I mean, you think about it. They the way that they talk about Russia, how hypocritical it is.
Right.
How much of a hypocrite Americans are. They what's it called, the international, the ICC, the international courts or something. It's called the ICC. I forget the exact, with all they damn terminologies, alphabet terminologies. But America's trying to get the courts, the international courts, to condemn Russia, all right, when America operates outside of the laws of the international courts. Because when a country's tried to get because America operates outside those rules and does whatever the hell it wants to the other nations, and when they try to pull them into those courts, they refuse to go.
It's hypocritical.
But now they're trying to get those same courts to bring Putin up on war crimes, when you had a whole plethora of nations that were trying to bring Americans, Cheney and Bush and all that shit, up on war crimes for all the shit that happened in Afghanistan, and in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya. So you had all them trying to, and they were like, oh no, you can't do that to us. But now they're trying to use that same organization to condemn Putin. It's like these people are such fucking hypocrites.
Hey,
you killed millions. You killed millions of civilians, man. Not soldiers, civilians,
Babies.
women and children, babies.
And had us pay
All right.
tax to do it.
know,
Like when he
they
seen
did-
that boy rat, you remember? So like,
Yeah.
he said that he looked at the picture. He said, "Oh, it's a great American warlord, George Bush." He didn't call the president. He said, "It's a great American warlord, George Bush."
Yeah, right. He saluted.
Great warlord.
Right.
He on that. He looking evil as fuck.
Right. He's like, wow, that's a great man. That's a great warlord right there.
And you know, he
Because
was
you
the
know
one
what?
that
Because
stands.
that's how people. But it was true. Because that Sacha Baron, I think that dude a Jake, man.
Oh yeah.
I believe he's
Yeah.
a Jake.
Yeah,
but
he's
he be
silly as hell.
but he be telling the truth in a lot of his comedies, man. You know?
Yeah, Ali.
Yeah, and he was Ali G,
Yeah,
right?
he's a Jake.
G in the house.
You know? that dude, he, you know, the Elder Gabar's always talking about, you know, how you say it, comedia? How you say comedy?
Oh, Comia.
Comedian.
All right.
Comedian.
But you know, basically, you're telling the truth. You're telling in the form of jokes, but you're telling the truth,
And he
man.
said it's food for thought.
And
like
I've
Comia.
heard him give, you know, that Borat character, or whichever
that
character
dude.
he was playing, basically condemned, you know,
Yeah.
about, you know, to basically busting America's balls and all the bullshit.
He always do it.
You
With
know?
the women, he do it with the women too. How he walk up to him and the way he acts, but that shows you how America. But he does that through his comedy, man.
Mm-hmm.
But he just, you know, backing up the elder. He says it's a great American warlord, George Bush.
Right? You know? But nevertheless, it just shows you how this is truly a hypocritical nation, man. You know? And how they really do truly have it. The earth really is given into the hands of the wicked, man.
Hey, he's that
Somebody
scripture
grab
say
that Job, man. Because these people got a grip. They have a grip on the world that they refuse to let go. But you know what? The world is fighting back and yanking away from them now. You know? They gripping, they got that grip, and now people are breaking that grip, man. Alright? And typically when you've been grabbing on someone, when they tear away, they coming back.
Right.
You know? When they tear away from you, they usually coming back. You know? And that's where the nations are, man.
Right.
They starting to fire back. They hitting back now.
That's right.
You know?
The scriptures call Esau the hammer of the earth.
Right.
It refers to him as the hammer of the earth.
You only gonna right. And when every problem's a nail and the only tool in you look at every problem as a nail and the only tool in your toolbox is a hammer, that's what they doing. They go
Right.
around just beating everybody. All right?
There's Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. Therefore, if not, where and who is he?
Yeah, so he covered the faces of the judges, man. All right?
Judge there.
All right, he covered up the judges and said he the judge.
Right.
And he is the wicked, and the earth truly was given into his hand. But through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, he's breaking his grip and his control on the earth, man.
That's right.
And you can see it in the way the nations are raising up, man. All right. I did a video a couple days ago, and I saw that the apostle had used a portion of it when that Indian dude was going off on them, and he was laughing at it like I was.
Yeah.
Because it was a beautiful sight to see, man.
Rebuking their
He
ass.
rebuked the shit out of America, man.
He was rebuking
He
their
was
ass.
like, "How dare you?"
Right.
All right.
Right.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he bust him out. He said, "You're the one with the biolabs in Ukraine," and
Right. Right.
Don't be talking about that. Putin's a tyrant.
Right.
No, man, we ain't talking about Putin right now. We talking about you and your biolabs, right? Because the West loves to point out everybody else's problems, but they never want to put the camera on on themselves, to show you how they were provoking people, how they provoke and push people and bully people. All right, so when the person loses it and starts swinging on them, that's when they turn the cameras on.
Right. Yeah.
So everything that led up to that point, that's how they operate, man. This man is conniving and sneaky, man. He's a dirty yet smooth. Well, he used to be smooth. He ain't so smooth no more.
Yeah, his game is
Esau's game is getting weak, man. Like this current thing. You hold something.
Yeah, Con.
Bring it out.
It's Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can an Ethiopian change his skin or leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. He can't never change who he is. This is him rooted in his DNA. He's a wicked, evil man. Everything he does is an abomination. The Lord set him up for that. He'll never change his stripes. All he does is plot evil, terror, and destruction all the time.
And blames it on other people. Yep. All right? Like you said, they poking and prodding. You poking the bear behind the fence, right? So when the bear finally loses and starts snapping, that's when they turn the cameras on. See? You see what we said?
We gotta put them down.
Yeah, we gotta put
them down, buddy.
Exactly. That's what they do, man.
Right.
That's how these people operate. Okay? Like they'll demonize the Palestinians and demonize, this Arab nation and demonize that Arab nation, right? What they don't show you is how they over there, picking and meddling with those people, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And oppressing those people.
Right.
Well, it's just the same thing they do with us here. When Jake lash out, man, it's a response to what you're doing to them, man. Okay? Because they got Jake running around, they got Jake on TV, trying to make Jake look like they're the damn terrorists. And these latest things it's been a full-on joke, man. All right, it's like, who's writing this stuff, man? This stuff is so weak, man.
Facts.
How's it gonna stand, man?
Facts.
Who rents? I ride the trains every day, man. I ain't never rented a U-Haul to ride to the train. And left the key in it.
Right. He did that.
And then left my bag on the train. Left my phone, my credit card on the train. No, just saying. All right? Then smacked the shit out of an old lady, on the platform.
Right.
And then when she fall down the stairs to her death, well, I didn't throw her down the stairs. She tripped down the stairs, after she got smacked. All right? But what they don't show you is that the bitch kicked me in the balls first. I mean, I'm being facetious, but nevertheless, that's what they do, man. And they lie. Who does that, man? Right? And then the first reports about this guy, speaking about this Frank James guy, and they couldn't come up with a better name.
A nigga with two first names.
And a nigga with two names of two famous outlaws. Frank and Jesse James. You can't come better than that.
62-year-old.
You can't, right? Frank James. I was like, man, so when you was watching watching
Outlaws or some shit.
Outlaws.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Right, because you have Frank and Jesse James. And when they first said it, I was like, you got to be kidding me. This nigga name is Frank James, the terrorist, the outlaw terror of Frank and Jesse James. You can't come better than that. It's like, God damn, man.
He had 6 shooters on the scene.
Bring it out, brother.
This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Perfect. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right.
So we're not ignorant of, all the...
Of your sword, which is your media, man.
That's right.
They use the media like a weapon, and they use it very sloppily.
Yeah,
Ever since 9/11, and it's gotten worse, man.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was like, well, damn, somebody need to check Craigslist. The Crisis Act is wanted on those dates. And I'm willing to bet that if somebody does it, it's gonna turn up.
I wanted to add to it, man. They getting so sloppy, the C word. They was getting on Kamala Harris. It's like, yeah, she wasn't wearing it outside. The mask. It's like she wasn't wearing it outside. She wasn't wearing it inside. And Esau just getting on each other, and I'm just sitting back like eat popcorn.
Right.
Yeah, you watching them, man. They screwing up. But nevertheless, my man, they said it. They said none of the the cameras were working.
Right.
But I'm like, but it sure is a lot of live footage
Right.
of the people exiting, you know, the trains.
Right.
For the cameras not to be. First you said there was no footage, and the cameras in the station wasn't working. But all of a sudden you got all this. So who the hell stops? And was this cell phone footage or was this camera footage?
Right.
But then they started saying, well, witnesses took pictures. Who the fuck stops and take pictures when guns start? Right. So 33 shots are fired.
Oh shit, let me get that shit.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Smoking shit, you can't see, you coughing and gagging, and you got one motherfucker, man, I'm gonna be famous.
And the camera footage ain't even shaking.
It's bullshit.
Right.
Right, exactly. This
Videos
motherfucker got
like
nerves
this.
of steel.
Right.
But white Jesus is with me. He just right. The smoke. Exactly, man. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Stop lying, man.
Oh, man.
This man is just a perpetual liar, man. Get that. Was it Psalms 53? Come forth speaking lies at 53 and 8, I think. This man is he just in Job 13 and 4. You know, he just constantly lying, man.
Hey, the scriptures say he is a liar and the father of it.
You know, he got right. There's 33 shots fired, man. Or 30, yeah, it was 33 shots. All right, and not only that, you know, a 38 caliber is a pretty big caliber.
Hell yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't about to shoot 10 people with a 38 caliber and nobody dies.
That's right.
Wow.
Nobody.
Get your shit out
Get the fuck out of here, man. Right here. You gonna shoot. You fired 33 shots in the train car. Right. You hit 10. So where did the other shots go, man? I'd like to know. All right. Then they said they found shells. And so I was like, first I thought that was suspect as hell because I wasn't at the time. I didn't know that they made a 38 semi-automatic. I only knew a 38 pistol revolver. So I'm like, a 38? But what do you do? Stop, open the cylinder, empty the shells on the ground, and leave them? Because all you know, that's why that was a hitman's weapon, an assassin's weapon. You know, because the shells are still in it. You ain't even nothing behind, man. So I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. So I started doing research. I started looking up and Googling shit. And found out that in 1996, Glock made, because Glock is a fairly new gun company.
Right.
All right? And Glock, and it came out in the 90s. And in 1996, Glock made I think it was called a Glock 31, and the Glock 31 fired 38 caliber. Very rare.
357.
Very, once again, very rare, very expensive.
Yes.
All right?
This shit is not the whole.
All right, so the 38 and the 357 are very close. Matter of fact, the 38 is one step behind the 357.
Yep.
That's why a 357 can actually fire 38 shit. Yep. All right, not the other way around though. But the 357 can actually fire 38 shit.
Yep.
All right. So I found out that Glock made this Glock 30. I think it's a Glock 31, and it fires a 38 caliber. So I say, okay, that's realistic. But the flip side of that is that it's very rare, it's very expensive, and it's not the type of gun that the average Jake might have.
Facts.
Ain't no right. No, because if Jake will spend some money to get a Glock, he ain't about to buy no Glock 38. He gonna get a Glock 19, a Glock 22.
Right.
Same shit all these little niggas running around want to be gangsters.
Make the switch.
You know, put the switch on it. You know, and they ain't buying no Glock 38, man. Right. So I'm like, okay, so that was suspect to me. I was like, okay, here's the first chink in the armor, right? Then it turns out that I'm like, well, the guy had the sense. I mean, I listened to the story. He was sitting on the train. He put on a gas mask and then popped the cylinder of smoke. So I'm like, okay, so did they take pictures of him before he put on the gas mask,
right,
or after he put on, or did they take the pictures in the smoke? The story just don't add up, bro.
It's like an episode of Batman.
Oh, he called on himself. He went to a restaurant.
Didn't get no chicken.
Yeah, he had a burger.
So let me get this right. All right, let's put this all together. Somebody got that scripture? Job 13 and 4. Bring it out first. Go ahead.
This Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
And that's your media, and that's America. And that's the so-called white man. Yeah. All right? Go ahead, brother.
They was telling me that 10 got hit, but 20-something got injured. 10 got hit, but 20-something got
Yeah, so that
injured.
means he shot. It don't make sense.
It don't make
So
sense.
how did they get? Because he said, well,
How did they get injured?
so that they didn't get shot. Who the fuck?
Who injured them?
Right.
That's what they said. They said
So did they get
10-something got
injured?
hit.
Did they get injured running away?
I don't know.
So if you got so was there a stampede? So if there's a stampede of a full car of people, all right, and then they say he's all this shit against white. I'm like, well, half the people on the train wasn't white. Why would you go to a place full of jakes to do crimes against whites? It don't make sense. Why wouldn't you go to some place where only white people hang out and commit a crime if you hate them that much? If you're gonna do, none of it made sense, man. So 33 shots were fired. 10 got hit but didn't die miraculously, getting shot with a big ass 38. And then 20 was injured but didn't get shot.
They didn't get shot.
Another 20 got injured.
10 not get injured if they got shot.
They got hit.
People got hit.
No. 10 people got hit. Okay. They got shot definitely. 20 people got injured, but they weren't shot though. So exactly. So think about it. Like the apostle always says, we got to envision it. So why 10 people is getting shot but not dying with a 38?
Right.
20 people is getting injured. All right, there's smoke going off. People are panicking and running, and then you got that one person who believes in white Jesus, who's stiff, and people running past. Ain't nobody knock camera steady in the motherfucker. Steady as fuck. All right, camera steady as fuck. Smoke, and he's right. Right. My man behind. Jesus Christ. This shit is bullshit, man. It is laughable. We actually, they said we were mocking you, man. We making mockery of you. We making mockery of you because you so full of shit, man.
It is funny, man. It's funny
Just a
because
damn
we see
liar.
it.
It's so hot garbage, and they keep selling it, and then every day it increases. So and then after all that, he turns himself in.
Come on, man.
After eating the cheeseburger.
So he gonna go sit down in the diner, order his last meal, right? You know, get a cheeseburger, a piece of chocolate cake, a hot coffee, some French fries. Cause I'm going to prison. I ain't gonna get no food like this. I'm right. And then after he finished eating, he called on himself.
Yeah,
all right, I'm just gonna sit here and wait because this food is selling anyway. I got the itis, I can't run. Right, and then they said the dude was 5'5", 180 pounds. That dude was about 6 foot, 300 pounds, man.
That's insane.
Yeah, the dude, yeah.
Yeah, the dude, and then 62 years old, man.
Come on, man.
So this dude, so I'm like, hold on, man. I'm like, man, get the hell. And then, but through all this footage, you never saw him.
Right. Not once.
You never saw him, man. So the story is weak as hell, man. And they trying to sell it. Then they get another story, same shit. Some dude, now there's a younger Jake, 27, in New Jersey, just across the river. All right, carjacked a fake Jew.
New Jersey Drive.
Then started driving around, jumped out, put the flops on, stabbed a fake Jew, then drove around, saw another fake Jew, and smacked him up. And then got in his car and drove off. Who the fuck does that?
It's a bad movie, like a...
It's right. No, man, you know what? Because they were sitting up playing GTA or some shit. Right, he gonna snatch a fake Jew out of a car.
Like the episode of Dave Chappelle.
And then he drive up, hop out, and just prison stamp another fake Jew. Jump back in the car, drive around, see somebody, hop out, smack a bitch up, and get back to your car and drive off. And now he locked up, and they trying to make it a crime, a hate crime, and accuse him of being an anti-Semite. And I'm like, that story is so fucking. Jake don't do shit like that, man.
It's like, yeah, they
if Jake's stealing your car, it's because he wants to sell it.
Yeah,
right. All right.
Only dumb
All right.
could believe in that.
No, you know what? People that still cars are joyriding by teenagers. A 27-year-old man is stealing your car for profit.
Right.
Right? If he's stealing your car, he's either gonna commit a crime in your car, that's why he wants it, so he can just dump it and burn it, all right? Or he's stealing your SRT so that he can actually sell it to make money, man. All right? And so while in the midst of stealing your SRT, all right, he trying to get the car to a person that's gonna put it in the container and send it somewhere else, which is normally a white person, all right? Because they caught those kids. That one kid started singing, all right?
Right.
They gave his ass a microphone. That dude started singing like the Jackson 5.
Telling everything.
Right? He was saying how they were getting $10,000 per car. That's why they were stealing those SRTs, man. They were getting 10,000. Those and what else were they stealing? The SRTs and them Hellcats. So they were jacking people for those mostly, and other high-end cars. But those were high targets, and the guys were getting paid for it. So this guy, he gonna blow his 10 grand by getting out. You know, I think I'm gonna go stab this fake Jew.
Right.
So he gonna pull over, knife up a fake Jew, jump back in his car, drive again, see another fake Jew. Nobody else but a fake Jew. Right. All these other white people around. Nah, yeah, he wearing hats.
Yeah, small hats.
Smack him up.
That nigga was eating the masa.
Right. The story makes no sense, man.
I know he was.
It absolutely makes no sense. Bring it out, brother.
This is
I mean, you're really trying to get a grip on this, man. And they're trying to use this to condemn us. Revelation 12:10. Bring out what you gonna do.
This is Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Because now what? The Lord is using the prophets to just expose. And even the people that don't know the truth, Edomites, they're playing it back. They're like, look at this. This guy is it's all you're being unraveled, man. You're gonna keep doing psyops, and people are gonna keep debunking them, man. Every time.
Right, and they're being debunked by, like you said.
Right.
Edomites are debunking it and making fun of it. Right. When you got white guys that are saying, man, hey, come on, man, this is, and they're right, and they're picking it apart, man. All right.
Hey, I watched some
Revelation 12:10.
Come on, I got it. This Revelation chapter 12 verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Right, so they're constantly accusing us before our Lord day and night, man. Lying on us, putting together these false stories and putting them on TV, and then people don't really, like you said, the average American is really not that smart, man.
Not at all.
And so anything that's shown on TV, it may as well be like the clouds open up and the Lord started talking to them. They believe whatever they see on TV, man. They don't question anything.
Call it television.
Even things that make absolutely no sense at all, man. And so they're gonna keep doing these false flag events, all right? Because what it's all coming down to is that they're angry at us.
That's right.
So it's going to have two effects. It's going to help turn our people against us, even more so than they already are. Because the scriptures say, what is it? Have I now become your enemy? Grab that. Galatians. All right?
3:16.
All right? And so it's going to turn our people against us more so than what they already are. Because when the Edomites start coming down on them hard,
She frowned and walked off when you said that old black woman.
Because
I claim that more by too.
that's a good claim. But you know, I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's some nice rice right there, man.
Yeah, that's some decent rice right there.
That's
some
chop
of
suey.
that. That must be some of that basmati rice.
Yeah, but that you were talking about how they were our enemies. That woman, that nigger woman that was standing right there, she frowned up, but hey, the scriptures say they hate him that rebuking in the gate.
They hate him that rebuking in the gate.
Scriptures say we hazarded our lives for this. Well, how did we hazard our lives? Going out here talking to you crazy ass niggas. Scriptures say, bring that Galatians out. The enemy, that's get that one. Because the answer to this is yes.
Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Because our people don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear, hey, tell us smooth things, man. That's like trying to tell a nigga he going off
For adultery.
for eating pork, right? For adultery.
don't wanna hear that.
Because you know what? I guess adultery must be the best sex. Like you can't enjoy running up in some.
They got the meme
You
of
can't you can't run up in some fine broad and just enjoy her.
Right.
But it's like running up in some fine broad that's somebody else's woman. That's like the best.
Right.
Like
That's because it's
like
covetous.
it's better.
It's covetous.
You know, it's
That's
like
why. It's
why
covetous.
can't you run up in something that's yours? Why you gotta run up in something that's not yours?
It ain't
Right?
no challenge to it to the
I
average
suppose,
wicked
man.
nigga.
Hey, the
It's
script-
covetousness.
The scriptures say a covetous man is not satisfied with his portion, man. You know?
And that's the average Edomite, but clearly there's a lot of niggas on that when it comes to that adultery thing.
Yeah, they fighting the devil.
And so you trying to tell them that they can't do that, and they don't like that, man. Matter of fact, I had a dude, give me some worldly nigga knowledge when I was in the Marine Corps.
Oh yeah.
All right, and that's what he told me. He said, "No, man, you fuck with forget them married bitches."
They say
He put me up on game. I'm a young guy. He the older guy. He's supposed to be giving me some good knowledge. He's like, "No, man, 'cause look, man, you ain't got to deal with none of that other stuff, man. You just get the goods so you go home.
Right.
Let him deal with all that headache and them kids and all that other shit."
He really thought he was lazy.
Yeah. So and I'm like my dumb ass.
Right.
That shit deep.
Yeah, man.
That shit deep.
Right.
That's not Jake deep.
Right.
niggas say if you get a single bitch, you compete with a lot of niggas. You get a married bitch, you only compete with one nigga,
Yeah.
bro. That's what niggas say.
Nigga knowledge.
No, and them niggas
Nigga knowledge.
That's what niggas say.
I've been watching my video, man.
They say you get a single
I did a
bitch, you
video-
compete with a lot of niggas.
It's true. I did that. I said
You
I
get a
did that in the
bitch with
video,
somebody,
man.
You only compete with one nigga.
And it's true, and that's why it's so much easier because, especially one of these attractive women, that's really attractive, and she on all that social media, she getting hit up every day, daily, man.
All day.
all the time,
All the
non-stop.
Bath water drinking niggas.
All right.
Validation.
Now, a married
all day.
woman, you probably dealing really with just 2 or 3 niggas.
Right.
But not just one, just 2 or 3 versus 2 or 3,000. All right. But right, and so and what's that line, man? Oh, he'll take my number anyway. He gonna mess up.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what? A lot of them bitches take the number. And then as soon as you mess up, she calling them up.
It's a cleanup, man.
Right.
It's the clean, right? It's the cleanup, man. The little tissue just cut on, man. And that's why I tell Jake when you're dealing with these
The
bitches,
fix it man.
yeah, the fix it, man. That's
And,
why.
hey, that was a old disco track called "I'm Your Fix It Man."
Classic.
Yeah, that shit was banging too. Wicked ass song. And then right here he stands with his tools, swinging in his hands. I'm like, this some nigga shit right here. Right. And our wicked ass in the house is up to that shit. Right. Right.
Oh my.
SRT, street racing technology. Oh, they gonna get his ass.
Yeah, just a matter of time, man.
It's all big on the side.
He got it big.
Yeah, and he got the banging sounds too.
Oh yeah, he got his concealed
Yeah.
carry. That's the mindset of niggas, man. No, for real, nigga like that.
Yeah, he probably got his
He got his
concealed carry,
concealed. He think he good.
Niggas,
He think
man.
he's straight.
but he gonna get caught slipping.
Oh,
Cause he gonna be too so into to somebody else's
Some adultery.
bra. He gonna be on some adultery shit.
Definitely
Somebody
the
else's
black
bra, she gonna have his attention, and them niggas gonna roll up on him while he looking at titties. It ain't him.
That's right. I got a precept.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach 25:2. 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth.
Old adulterer, man. Yeah, and that was Jimmy Lee Poole that told me that too.
He sound like a adulterous nigga,
No.
Jimmy Lee.
Yep.
Jimmy Lee.
Yep.
Right.
Poole told me, y'all, man, you get them, y'all, man. Mess with them married brothers.
like
He's
he
like,
a
man, that's all I do. So I ain't trying to write, man. I ain't trying to do all that other stuff, man.
Right, man.
And but the saddest part is that these women were going.
Yeah,
Hell
day.
with it. That's all California about, man. California truly is Californication, man. All right, because look, every ball in California is drinking the juice,
Right.
man juice it is,
Right.
all right, and every married woman will go.
Oh my.
And that's sad.
That is probably the most wicked place in America, man.
California.
It's California, hands down, man.
It never rains in Southern
Hands
California.
down.
Good Lord.
That is the most wicked place. That is the most adultery. They don't call it Californication for nothing, man.
Damn.
That was the shit,
It's
man.
Californication, man.
And that's why you gotta come into the mind state, especially dealing with these women, man. You really gotta come into the mind state of, listen, man, you just really embracing this moment. You won't be two things in a bitch life: the first man she ever had or the last.
Yep, exactly.
You'll never be the other two.
You gonna hey, what's that saying that helps you to get along, to
not
help
just
you
your
get
turn.
over it? Right.
It's your turn.
It's that you just have to embrace that ideology, man. She was never your girl, it was just your turn, man.
Right, brother.
And so when your turn is up, you just gotta be a man to keep it moving, man.
That's right.
All right? You got and that's hard, especially and some brothers is easy for it.
That's right.
Right? But you know, when you all invested in a woman and you care for her, hey, stop caring for these bras to the kingdom come.
There you go.
You ain't got if she ain't got if you ain't had no seeds with her, definitely don't put yourself into that. Focus on the kingdom, man. If she with you, if she really with you, it'll show on when that day and when that time come, man.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta let the Lord filter that out.
The old school swim polo over there.
Yeah, I see him here.
Right. Stretches on it. Let's see if he gonna take off his front wheel and do a willy, be riding for blocks. Y'all know nothing about that.
That was our entertainment.
We used to unloose the front wheel,
Oh man.
and we call it walking the bike. We used to walk it.
Right.
So you just do the willy with no front wheel.
That was
Because you unlock your wheel and then you pop it up and start
Yeah,
walking.
those are
Your
niggas
wheel
cool.
roll away, your boy grab your wheel, and you just walk it, right.
Yeah, that was cool right there.
Hey, matter of fact, I just was on the bus with a homie that grew up with me. Matter of fact, he on the 29, he about to retire. Because I thought he was gone already, but I guess they wanted to charge him more money for his insurance, retired, than he was working. So he had to work until the summer, then he gonna retire. But he used to do that when we were shorties, man. I've seen him walking 5 blocks.
Wow.
Yeah, he used to do it. I tell y'all, the shit we did back in the day was greater than what we do today, man. Our food was better. Things were different back then.
Yeah.
We could jump higher, run faster, all
Well,
that.
Jake said that they was flipping off the garages and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that shit.
That shit wrong. I wasn't doing that
Yeah,
shit.
put the mattress
I
down.
wasn't doing that
Jump
shit.
off
I
the
Yeah.
Mattress
was
down.
regular
mattress. Oh,
flipping.
you was a soldier.
I just flipped.
You flip off the garage? That's
We had
crazy.
mattresses down.
Yeah, I used to flip off
That's
the
crazy.
garage.
Yeah, man.
Jake was plugged out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we was fighting.
And that's probably another reason why Esau did what he did. They can't handle Jake now. So, I'm telling you, man, I just remember seeing Jake do some incredible shit when I was a kid, man. You know?
They was like, well, what happened to all the mutants? They basically were saying, just like the niggas in their streets, they fucked up the power.
There you go. There you go. So, the food and the water is so bad that our bodies are breaking down earlier, man. Like young brothers complaining about their knees and their back and shit like that, and they ain't even made it out their 20s yet.
Right.
I'm like, damn. They got us out here bad, man.
Got it.
You got teenagers got all kind of weird problems, and it's like, what the fuck? You ain't even made broke 20 yet.
Right.
How you so they got us out here bad, man.
That's true.
All right? They really do.
I got a precept real quick.
Bring it out, bro.
2 Ezra 5:50. And I asked and said, seeing thou hast now given me the way, I will proceed to speak before thee. For our mother, of whom you have told me that she is young, draweth nigh unto age.
Talk about the world.
The earth.
It says, he answered me and said, ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, wherefore are unto they whom you have now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature?
Yeah.
See?
And she answered thee, and she shall answer thee, they that be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age when the womb faileth are otherwise.
That's right. It's more.
Consider thou therefore also
how that you are less of stature than those that were before you.
Yeah, man.
And so are they that come after you less than you.
So like the elder was saying, back in their days, you know, they were more mighty, more just naturally enhanced. You know, the Spirit told Esdras, look, you got Moses.
And you know, we had to be.
The men before were mighty.
Because when you think about the persecution that was upon Jake in the 20s and in the 30s, to survive, fight for your life, not to get hung, running from Esau in the woods with the fucking dogs and shit.
Yeah.
You know, the shit the way Jake was out there fighting with the police, outnumbered with the police with sticks and batons.
Yeah.
They was out there fighting in the 60s and shit. Dogs tearing on them and shit. You know, like they had to do something to, you know,
take that testosterone
down.
man,
because it's like they was like, man, if these motherfuckers ever rile up, you know, yeah. So clearly, it's been in the plan to destroy us, you know, through our food,
and that's
a perfect devil, right? That's a perfect devil to because the problem is that he also destroying his own.
Right.
Get that scripture. He is evil to himself because he to mess up the water and then mess up the food and mess up the air, then mess up the earth, the soil. Because we waiting to see. I'm gonna wait to see as the spring comes in. I mean, you see these trees starting to bud. How they gonna bud even less than they were last year? Right. You're gonna see even less limbs with life on them than last time. The tree's gonna look more decrepit. Like I'm looking at that one, the closest one to the train tracks, and you can see where the buds are up high, but you look at the smaller branches down low, ain't no buds on them. And then the ones that's mixed in that you can't see yet. But you know, but as the leaves begin to grow forth, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see that the trees are they're gonna look like half dead, even worse than they were last time around. Mark my words, it's gonna be even worse than last time around, man. Because they ain't stopped with this shit. Right? They ain't stopped with this spraying shit. Yeah. Bill Gates done bought up all this farmland. Yep. They're destroying all this food, and then they're giving us these super GMO vegetables that really have you ain't gonna do nothing but make you grow a third ear or some shit. Right. You know,
make you have a weak rod or something.
Make you have exactly. You're right, exactly. You know, the Lord done bless you with inches. You got some inches. And now your shit won't even, you just got inches for nothing.
Right. Weak blood flow.
Right, you got, exactly, man. Your shit don't even, your shit ain't working, something wrong with you. Yep. Well, you was fine, and now you're not, man. Right. And the proof in it, man, I had a,
shit, man.
I got a little Iscarite future wife. All right, and I say future wife because I ain't touched on this side. Yeah. I could have, but I didn't because, you know, I just didn't. Because I didn't want to have the responsibility. Oh. But so I get on the other side. It's all good. But she got sick, you know, a couple years back, and she went to Mexico for 3 months, and she was so fucked up. The girl damn near died, man. All right. You know, and I nicknamed her Big T. Her name was tiny, so I picked the name of Big T because she got big, you know.
Man.
She don't know why I call her Big T. I think she done figured it out.
She figured it out.
But she went to Mexico for like 3.5, almost 4 months, man, and she was fine. She came back here within a month. She damn near died again. So she went back to Mexico for 6 months. She was living on her aunt got a farm down there, and so she stayed down there for 6 months and ate, you know, and I guess she did a couple hospital visits, and she been good ever since, man. And she convinced, she was like, it's the food. Because she got down there and, you know, she was eating the same things, but it just don't have all them damn ingredients in it, man. It don't have all that shit in it. Right? If you go, we go pick up some jewels right there. You go pick up a box and start reading the label. You're not going to be able to pronounce most of the words that's on that label for that food, man. Right. You're not even going to be able to pronounce it, man. You're going to need an encyclopedia and a dictionary and a damn Google to figure out what the hell.
It's all fucked up.
All right. So they're really trying to destroy people, man.
Hey, I was gonna say,
get that scripture I called for.
This Sirach chapter 14, verse 5. Right. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?
Right.
he shall not take pleasure in his good.
So if he's gonna be evil to himself, because in doing so, he's doing it to his own people, man.
I
All right. Like, what was that dude? Long Shanks, that wicked nigga. When the soldiers was out there fighting, and he was like, "Call forth the archers," and then his captain said, "But our men are down there."
Right.
And he said, "Well, their men are down there too."
Right.
he said, but we'll hit our own men. But yeah, we hit some of their guys too. I'm like, so he's looking at him like, damn.
Right.
Archers come forth. Like, damn, man, how you fucking right? These your men.
That's correct.
Right. It's like we're gonna fire arrows into the battle. That's some dirty shit. Because yeah, you're gonna kill a bunch of your own men too.
Right. That's what
That's Esau. They
So
call
you've
it
been
casualty
loyal,
to
and
war.
so that's the scripture brings to mind every time I hear it. That scene pops in my head. He was like, "Well, we hit some of their men too." So I'm like, "You wicked ass, pussy ass, bitch ass, wicked."
You got
Go
more
ahead,
of that?
brother. Bring me some more of that.
This
Start at the top, run it back, read it again.
This Sirach chapter 14 verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly.
Right, so it's by accident that he
Right.
did some good anyway.
Like fuck.
Right.
You know, it's by accident. That's why he cut off certain programs that he was set out for the people once Jake started using it.
That's right.
And one of the perfect examples is the thing will allow you to file bankruptcy, chapter 7 and chapter 11, bankruptcy. All right, because Esau had been doing it for generations.
And that built
Right?
a lot of generational wealth.
And it built a lot of generational wealth. A lot, because they were able to file bankruptcy, keep their houses, their homes, their businesses, and then pass it on and keep doing. That's how Trump kept buying and building himself up.
Exactly.
Right? But as soon as Jake started doing that, that was like what, in the late 90s? Late 90s, early 2000s? Jake started filing chapter 7, chapter 11. They cut that shit off, man. Put limitations on it. All right?
Same thing with the student loans. They used to be able to get their master's degree, and they would have student loans. Esau and them would file bankruptcy and get their student loans expunged, and they would get that good job with no student loans, man, and they would set their family up for the future. They did that for generations, and that built generational wealth, man.
Yep. But when white people started doing
Jake
it,
started doing it,
it was like, no, stop. Immediately.
Right.
That's why you got to take they do it the money. You got some more of that?
And it said, and at the last
White
he would
bitch.
declare his wickedness.
There you go. I got a precept to that.
God, this
Lamb
Isaiah.
backing on the elder.
This Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10.
Perfect.
Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
See, he got all this, and he's still just wicked. Just like how the elder was going to how that purge was when the Mexicans was running back and they wanted to get back. He said, "I'm gonna kill you anyway."
Right. That's
If I'm
pretty much
getting out
what
of
they
here, I
were
want
doing.
you dead anyway. Like
Right.
Esau, no matter how much the Lord gave him, he still did this. That's why the scripture said, "What the Lord made crooked, it cannot be made
You
straight."
can't set it straight, man.
This man is the original can't get right, man. The so-called white man, the self-proclaimed white man.
And the crazy thing, bringing that back up, when he came across this particular group of people, he knew that they were trying to leave.
Yeah.
He knew that they were trying to leave. Right? And then he tried to follow him to the border so he could kill him.
Esau.
All right? So, hey, that's the devil for you, man.
Yeah, I got this.
I want to grab this.
He won't be satisfied with blood, man.
It's Psalm 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
There it is, man.
This is all Esau has ever done. He's wicked from the womb. His whole countenance, his whole demeanor, his whole MO, just wickedness. Whatever he put his mind to do, evil and wicked, that's what Esau's going to do.
From the cradle to the grave, man.
Cradle to the grave.
All right? We all saw the video with the little Edomite girl saying, the black man did it.
Yeah.
The black man did it.
No, he ain't
She
shit.
was, what she about? She could barely, what she about, barely 3 years old?
Yeah. she was eating them cookies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, she got chocolate all over her face, chocolate all over her hands. The black man did it.
That's funny as hell.
Damn, you little devil.
That's a straight devil, man.
All right.
That's a little devil,
And
right
they are
there.
devils, man.
Complete devils, man.
Hey, I remember a couple years ago, man. It's about maybe 3-4 years back. We were on by the CVS. I think we were on the other side of the street at the Elders Camp. And this tall ass Jake, man, he was about 6'5", big ass Jake. He walking down the street, and there was this Edomite family coming right at him. And this little bitty kid ran into him, and he caught the little kid by the head and stepped around him. And he said, "Excuse me, little devil." And me and Bob Rock, I was like, damn. And his parents was like, but the little kid was running and ran into him, and he stopped him dead in his track. Boom, right on top of his head. And he stepped around. Excuse me, little devil. He rebuked his last, man. Hey, it's over, man. It's over for you Edomites, man. And that took me to death. Me and Bar Rob was rolling, man.